Open three. You know I'm a shooter. Too late. Now you got problems because I'm gonna be driving the basket in a minute. Oh yeah. There we go. Excuse me. Easy work. Right to the basket. You can't stop that. Crossover in and out. All right, defense. This one was smother him with defense. Till you turn it over, and then we off to the races. There we go. Almost loses the ball bit. Here I find my man Donnie Parisian for the layup. That's work. All right, come on. You can't guard me, man. Come on, get out the way. That's easy work. Yeah, and now we back on defense. We're gonna D it up. Steal that, and then we off to the races again. Hit him with this. Turn around. Jumper. Easy work. I love it when the coaches utilize my crossover and clear it out. Says clear it out. And I'm a showboat, so I'm gonna put on the show. Oh yeah, come on, dance with him, do something with him. Okay, all right. Take this with you. Bang, bang. Easy work. Welcome to Real Talk. We're taking the trip down the memory lane with Montana State University. My old squad. Here we go. I have, two of my boys from Montana State University, where, if you've never been to Montana, the best way that I can describe it is open roads, blue sky, amongst the rough terrain of the Montana elements, you would find some true ballers, and that's what happened, when I went down to Montana. In my time there, I ran across some ballers, and I'm fortunate to have a couple of them here with me. I want to introduce them, Kevin Owens and Steve Helm. They'll give you a little bit about themselves, but welcome to the show. These are my Montana Northern Lights partners. What's going down, fellas?
What's up, Kings?
Great morning, Kings. How you doing, brother?
Fun, man. Hey, but tell me, what was your experience in Montana? What was it like? I didn't see that many brothers. That's why we kind of gravitated to each other to begin with, other than being on the hoop team. What was it like being in Montana for you?
You know what? It was a culture shock in the beginning. But then once you got adjusted to the people there, they were very loving people. They showed a lot of love towards us. And they brought us in, like family. And, we were productive in the communities. We did a lot of, giving back and, camps and spending time with kids. And, we were pillars in that community. We came in and we made a difference. With the love, we were received. And I think that's what it was all about. That's now I can go back there and, stay at old friends' houses and stuff, and doors wide open. You don't need a key. Last time I went, I had bedrooms, everyone had open houses for me. And it's just a blessing. It was a blessing for me from where I come from, the things that I've been through in life leading up to that time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What about you, Steve? What about you?
Yeah, a lot of what Kevin's talking about. I mean, the people there were great, treated us, like family. I was fortunate enough before I got to Montana that I was in beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for 2 years at the junior college playing ball and going to school. So that culture shock happened early for me coming from Indianapolis to Idaho. So I kind of already knew kind of what to expect when I got to Montana. But like the environment for sports and basketball was amazing. Like I didn't really realize when you're in it, you see the people, you hear the crowds, you see the crowds, the competition was, top notch. But looking back, because I've been in coaching for a long time now. And so I've traveled all over the country. I've been overseas. I've seen a lot of different facilities and, been in those environments. And Northern had one of the best venues to play in that I've been in, small college, big colleges. I mean, obviously, when you go to bigger schools, there's a lot more people. It's amazing environments, but for small colleges and places, I mean, I've not seen that, across the country. It's one of the best environments, to play in. And the people were great. I just enjoyed my time, and I mean, getting to know, my teammates a lot better, and getting to know you guys, and building those relationships, man. It just enhanced my life.
I know we all like kind of have Jordan, everybody had like Jordan in common, like at your position, who's your skill set player that you like to go to?
I'll let Steve answer that one first.
Man, for me, college-wise, I always loved watching, growing up through high school, one of my favorite teams was the Fighting Illini. So Stephen Bardo, Kendall Gill, Marcus Liberty, Battles, all those guys, I used to, watch those guys play and love watching them play. As far as point guards, Isaiah Thomas was probably one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys remember Fat Lever, played in the NBA for the Nuggets. Yeah. I mean, he was like, I used to watch him all the time because he did everything. If you watched him play and you looked at his stats after the game, points, assists, rebounds, defense, I mean, he did everything. That's why I love Stephen Bartle so much at Illinois, because he not only could score, he didn't need to score, they had all that talent, but he defensively, he was great. He just played a all-around game and at the guard position. So those are some of my favorite small guards, like everybody loves Jordan, everybody loves Magic, talk about, those guys, but, the small guards, were Mookie Blaylock, I watched him a lot at UNLV, like there were some studs, I mean, I could go on and on. Strickland, Rod was tough and had a unique game and how he played. I mean, there's some good ones.
Yeah, Rod Strickland is cold, man. I loved his game too. Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah. Rod Strickland. Yeah, I like Rod's game. On the college level, we speaking point guards?
No, whatever position, it don't matter.
Man, you know what? There were so many great players over the years. On the college level, one of the most impactful players, and I'm not going to use Jordan. We're going to go back. He said, we all love Jordan. I was a North Carolina guy. James Worthy.
Ooh, yeah.
When he was in North Carolina, even when he went to the pros, Big Game James was always, to me, it's just like he was on another level. We speaking of guard play, Chris Jackson.
Yeah.
Changed his name.
LSU.
LSU.
It was tough.
Abdul Rauf.
Abdul Rauf.
It was tough.
Chris Jackson, man, was woo. Yeah.
Ooh,
he had the Tourette syndrome. He was shaped. He had the Tourette syndrome. Yeah. So that's what, to me, it made his game so remarkable, man, amazing. Because I'm like, how does dude do what he do? It's definitely a blessing. On a pro level, Penny Hardaway is one of my, favorite players. Because me being a 6'6" guy, I used to watch, of course, Magic. Those guys. They allowed me. They gave me hope to be able to play a little bit of the point guard position. Oh man, one of my, what? I'm gonna go on the defensive side, and I mean somebody that was all well rounded, and that's Hakeem the Dream. The Dream was as far as like playing in the middle, man. His footwork was the most phenomenal footwork of any big man I've seen. I don't even in history. I mean, we can go back. I mean, Kareem, of course, but we talking about the Dream, his footwork, that turnaround, and his defense. He was all around player.
Yeah, the Dream is definitely it's one of those players that I mean, I'm probably biased just because him being Nigerian and he was actually my assistant coach or technical coach for us for my national team in '98. So I got a little bit of time to spend with him and kind of see him. But the guy was phenomenal. Even then, to see, how quickly he gets into his shot, because he was showing our big men, how to, at first they were complaining, they're not getting the ball. And I'm like, getting the ball, like, you know what I mean? Like, you getting the ball, like, you got to turn around and shoot it. Like, and Green was like, yeah, basically, and as soon as it was like when I threw the ball to him, it was almost like he took the ball out of my hand because he went right into his spin move, right? Like bow, and I think he had, dress shoes on. Still serving them. I talk, you know what I mean? I let the big man, have it. I'm like, man, he's serving y'all in dress shoes. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the dream though, I mean,
yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. So yeah,
you guys remember Sherman Douglas?
Oh,
yes, sir.
Sherm,
He was
yeah.
nice. Sherman was nice. And Derek Coleman.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I remember before him, Earl of Pearl Washington.
Earl of Pearl, yep.
Earl of Pearl was a bad dude.
DC was tough though at Syracuse.
Oh,
I love DC.
DC was mean.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the pros too.
Had a nice squad.
That's where I first started watching him was at Syracuse when he was a freshman.
One of the things that it's like like I said, everybody, we can all go back to Jordan, for symbolism, right? But for me, I really started, getting into hoop when I watched Dr. J, right? And I remember seeing his first video, and I was like, whoa, Dr. J was giving it to cats, right? And I went outside and literally tried to, I wasn't trying to dunk it or anything, but just trying to, like, do something with the ball, right? And it became more intensified, obviously, when you saw Jordan and see the type of things that he was able to do, but one of my favorite players of all time is probably Anthony Hardaway, and if injury didn't cut down his career, I think we probably would be singing a different tune when his name comes up. You know what I mean? Because Anthony Hardaway was cold. Now, he had a nice jumper. He had this, the guard skill set. I mean, he was a point guard. You know what I mean? He had vision. It was like, man, and his defense, it wasn't elite, but he wasn't like he was a liability on defense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, I loved his game.
So, I know early you asked me about, we were talking about the Montana experience, and playing with you guys. And it was unfortunate that the three of us here didn't get to play an entire season together. Mm-hmm. I know I played a half a season, with you and Steve junior year. And then my senior year, I fractured my foot and missed like 14 to 16 games, somewhere around there. Yeah. And that was Steve and I, we our season was cut right there, for us being able to play together. And Steve took the team, man, on his shoulders. Him, and I got to give my props to Stokes, because Stokes stepped in and did his thing. Kenny stepped in my place, man, and they did some things. Stokes really shined. Steve did his thing. Steve got MVP. He got robbed. They gave him co-MVP, even though he should have been. He had to share the MVP with someone in the All-American season. I know Steve was top 3 in college in free throw percentage, right, Steve? That year?
I was up there somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, and playing with great point guards made a big difference in my game, because that's why I loved it. When I said you guys came.